Hello everyone. I am Steve's avatar. Steve wanted me to come on here and announce that his personal tarot readings from now, October 2022 through December 2022 are all half price. The price for a full personal tarot reading will be £20. That should be somewhere in the region of $23. The normal asking price has always been £40 for a reading, but for just over the Christmas period he is cutting all readings down to just £20. So if you had ever wanted a personal reading by me, now would be the time. And grab this deal while it's hot. This deal will end sometime during the last part of December 2022. All you have to do is email me at stephenabbott1976@googlemail.com. You can also find the email link in the description box below with all other links. You will need to send me an email and I will respond with all links and instructions.
Aries, how you doing, guys? So this is a completely and utterly different reading. This is for November 2022, but these are messages and general messages of Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, Jackie's son, your family, everything to do with your family, your mother, your brother, your sister, and your daughter. Anyway, you're right, Aries. So these are negative cards, basically, and they are things to be aware of people that are around you, of conflict that could come up during the month of November 2022. I will tell you about everything else that I'm offering at the moment, because there is a deal on half-price tarot card readings, personal ones. You can find that link provided below for the email. Okay, if you would like your general overview of month that digs more into your love life and other circumstances that are going on, and your whole month, then you will need the link provided below for patron of one of the tiers. Okay, so let's see, Kaylee, Casey, Cassandra, Cece. You can also watch this as a life path 4 or a Scorpio if you are following in numerology, and if you don't know how that works, then possibly think about joining the teaching tier, which is the gold tier. Okay, so don't forget life path 4, Scorpio or Aries, okay, because they're all 4s. Okay, so Aries. Anything that you want Aries to be aware of during the month of November 2022 for Aries, for the month of 2022 for Aries, what should they be aware of? Okay, so you've got lonely. So some of you might be all lonely on your own here, Aries. Okay, or someone is, or they just want to be lonely. I'm also hearing wannabe of Mel C. So Melanie, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. I would definitely say, or Jackie. I definitely keep hearing that this person's on their own here. I'm on my own. Okay, now it could be an ex, you know, all that circumstance here, but I'm picking up more of a 5 energy that would be like a Taurus or a Sagittarian possible person or a life path 5. But I feel lonely and I feel pushed out and I feel as if I'm on my own. Okay. Let's see. Aries, to be aware of energy around Aries, to be aware of during the month of November 2022. So you got ghosted. So some of you could be Elijah. Hopefully you're feeling all right, Elijah. But you could be feeling ghosted, disappointed, ghosting in and out. Someone that is not, maybe a not. If I say not, you say Pisces or a life path 3. But someone that really isn't taking... that basically they just come into your life, they do what they want, blah, 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 and then they just ghost you and you haven't heard from this person in quite a while. I'm also hearing Amber Heard, so it could be something to do with a life path 7 or a Cancerian. This could be those or you, I don't know, you could have ghosted someone here, Taurus. Sorry, I'm hearing Taurus. But anyway, Aries, sorry. Somebody is pretty much, how do I put it, dumped somebody, okay, finished the relationship, dumped them and ghosted them and pretty much just left them in the lurch, is what I'm also hearing for a lot of you. So I do apologise if that's you guys, but it could be you that's done this, okay, or done or putchy. Let's see. Paula or a Piscean or a P. Patrick, Fitzpatrick, Fitzgerald, Geraldine, Dean, Dan, Danielle, Fitzy, Fitz, Bucks Fizz. Anyway, let's see. Someone could be drinking alcohol and it could have been the reason here. Aries, for Aries to be aware of during the month of November 2022, for energies around Aries for them to be aware of. I'm picking up them, Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. Queen Rising. So this came up for another reading and it was individual on its own that didn't seem to fit in very well with the other cards that were present. Stepping into power, praised, commander, coming up and spotlight. So it could be an Aquarian or a Leo person that is here. But yeah, I'm in the spotlight, blah, 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 and people are basically just ghosting me. They're all disappearing. They're not kind of paying any attention. That's probably why I've not been doing your tarot card readings, Aries. Sorry if I've ghosted you lot on here, but normally I only get like Norman, Normington, Nigel, Niall, Nicole, also Kidman, Kidnap, something to do around your children, or an ex-husband or a wife that keeps taking your children to and from for you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but I don't get a lot of traffic when it comes to Aries and Cancer like that. So I've just been basically concentrated on your readings over on Patreon. Let's see, Aries. Anything for Aries to be aware of? I know you're a cardinal sign, Aries. Is there a problem with my reading structure? Or is it just the fact that people are not finding it, or they're really not bothered? Yeah. Let's see, Aries. Please let me know in the comment section. Aries, for them to be aware of, please. Anything for Aries to be aware of during the month of November 2022. So you've got, well, it might be because of a third party. It could be a Piscean or a Life Path 3. But love triangle, third party, multiple lovers. There could be a Debbie Moore right in the middle. Deb, Dan, Danielle, Danny Glover. Okay, but I'm right in the middle of two men or two women, or a past, present and ex. Okay, and I'm rising into power and I'm coming up, but I'm sick to death of being ghosted and lonely. Okay, and I've realised that the person that is around me more than likely is not full-time commitment relationship person, because they don't pay any attention to what I'm saying. They don't listen. They don't want to know. They basically just ghosted me, dumped me, and then went off with someone else. So, like I said, it might be you, it could be the other person, or it might relate to an astrology placement here. Astrology or a numerology placement, sorry. But yeah, I'm definitely picking up that there are third parties around, ex-husband, wife situation, dumped me, blah, 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 went off with someone else, which means that someone realised that the person that they were with wasn't the person for them. They started to rise back up into power and realising that there was a third party situation, and the best thing for me to do is vacate. Okay? Let's see. Aries, what is Aries for them to be aware of during the month of November 22, for Aries to be aware of? You've got marrying for money. This came up in Taurus reading that I just did. Taurus is also up 5, so it comes up in Sag readings as well, because I read in numerology, guys. If you didn't know, it's very important in order to know numerology if you're reading tarot. Well, my method anyway. But again, what you've got here is someone that's marrying for money. So this is relating to like third party situations. I married for money, and then I realised that my husband or wife cheated on me. She went off into another, I'm hearing she went off, but he or she went off into another relationship. I got pretty much ghosted and dumped. Now I'm on my own. That person seems to be moving on with their life. It might be the fact that we still have a mortgage or a house together, but that's about it. And pretty much I think or feel that the person just went off with someone else because they had more money than I did. So, or I do. So, but I'm also picking up a divorce structure coming from the marrying for money. Now, it might be where some of you think that the other person is nothing but a gold digger, okay, and all they've ever done really is never treated you, or you have never treated them. This could also be parents that believe their girlfriend or boyfriend is not right for their children also, is what I'm hearing. But some of you is kind of like, you know, because I'm hearing they have done nothing but dump you, separate from you, come in and out of your life, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And now we as family are standing in the way of you getting together because we don't agree with the person that you're with. That is some kind of family argument there, but that hugely came up in Taurus. So there you go. You might want to watch Taurus or Sag reading, but definitely came up in Taurus. Yeah, it's kind of like this situation where family are getting involved in other people's relationships or trying to spread their opinion on other people. Very opinionated, okay? I can't shut my mouth and I have to have my opinion on other people's relationships. And I just keep blaming other people for what's happened or what will happen. And I constantly believe that it will just happen again and again. Blah, blah, blah. Jen, Julian, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. This could be another person that hates on you, Aries. But yeah, I'm picking up a lot of signs of Taurus Sag in this reading here. just basically blaming other people. And it could be family oriented, like say your girlfriend or boyfriend, like their girlfriend or boyfriend, and they're, you know, they're all splitting up and getting back together and splitting up and getting back together, and you are constantly Taurus Sag in the way of other people's karmic energy, whether they want to get back with someone or whether they don't here. And that I have to give my opinion on the other person, and it's always negative here. So it can be people that think that people are gold diggers and that they're basically just with people for money and that's it. Okay, that's all they wanted. They wanted my wife or my husband, and they only wanted them for money, and that is roughly it. And then you get the same message that came out for another reading. I think it was Gemini. I think it was creative muncher, stealing your ideas, copies your work, duplicates and feeds off you. Could also be financial and stuff like that as well. Could be anybody that's taking anybody's idea and stealing their idea and trying to come in between, like an ex. You know, you had an ex, you was communicating with the ex, you told them all about your plans that you had for the future and stuff that you may have had of a lucrative idea, and the person basically just comes in, learns something, steals it and goes. So it's a little bit like, I'm only here in order to learn, and then once I've got that, I'm going to take it and apply it to my work and just do that. Okay, so you've got competitive behaviour around where you're working because I mean, it could be anything to do with around, you know, it doesn't have to be spiritual. It can just be like, I've got a really good idea to do with my work, and I'm kind of putting this forward, and people stole my idea, okay, and took it and ran off with it and started to publish it before me and stuff like that, or, you know, whichever way around it is. So you've got where this could be paranoia. It could be someone that just takes other people's ideas, duplicates them. I'm definitely picking up this is something here to do with around work, of people, like say you work in an office or something like that, and someone there, they take other people's, like, you know, you're asked to go in for a meeting and you're asked to like have a good idea about something that can improve the company, and then somebody just takes the idea and they bugger off, and then they try and make money out of that circumstance by copying other people's, like, you know, it wasn't you that came up with that method, it was, you know, and then they just palm it off as if they came up with a method, or it's a palm reader or a tarot reader, just taking other people's ideas, stealing them here. I don't know how you can do that as a, well, like I said, man, that, you know, the only reason anybody would really steal my ideas would be the fact that I read in numerology. So have you guys noticed anybody else that's kind of saying that they did that or whatever? I don't know. Because I definitely feel it's around here because it came up in one of my signs here. But never mind, you just do with it as you wish. But you've got this energy of marrying for money, which really, really, really came up in the 5s reading, Taurus Sag. Okay, but you have to realise how I do this in numerology. So basically watch the Taurus reading here. Okay. Now if you see and you say, okay, well I don't see the representation, it means that the person that could be stealing it is a life path 5 Taurus or a Sagittarian, because it's in your reading, you know. So when you see these cards, there's all of these cards in this deck. Well, this is not a Rider-Waite deck. It's a deck that has one of them in all of these cards. So if this same card comes up in a tarot card reading, these, you want to watch the tarot card readings where these cards come up. Because the chances are is that they're coming up in yours or the other person's numerology that lets you know who they are. Okay, so who and what to be aware of, because you'll be able to see, oh, fuck, yeah, I can see that these same cards come up, and that represents their star sign and who they are and what they're doing. Okay, so just giving you a heads up, because you've got to look for the numerology or the star sign. You see where the cards came up. These cards came up very presently in a lot of other readings. Out of all of these, there's probably like nearly 100 cards out of here that I haven't actually seen. And, you know, that one, The Shining, I haven't seen that one. Your Light Brighter Than Demons, that one I have, that one I have. Travel, you know, there's a load of cards in here that I haven't seen. So, like I said, you've got this energy around you that people are stealing people's ideas, ghosting people, lonely, divorce, and marrying other people for money, or marrying or being with people just because of what they offer to them. Like I said, it could just be, you know, you're very good at something that you have, and I just keep you around because you're very good at that. That's a good one. But like, yeah, so, you know, it's up to you on how you see it, but that's what you've got. Okay, Aries, thanks very much, guys. It's very short and quick, I know, but if you want your monthly reading, you will need to join either the bronze, silver, or gold tier, okay? That is where your full extended monthly reading is, and it was there yesterday or the day before, and that is the bronze, silver, or gold. If you want the week, so that's 42 readings, just for like $3 or $4. If you would like your silver tier, offers you all of the weeklies and all of the monthlies. That is like 64 readings throughout the week. When I do the weeklies, it will be these, but clarified to let you know what star signs, what numerology placements they are, of who these people may be, who's causing you conflict, what they're going to do. Then we're going to look into In the Shadows, loads of different other cards to give you other clarifications of messages. That will be throughout the month of your weeklies, but you will need the silver or gold tier. But the gold tier offers you all of the teaching stuff that I've also done, and there's a one over there that is present that I just did the other day, and there's loads of teaching stuff over there as well. So depending on what tier you join, depending on what readings that you get and other benefits that you get, okay? You can also take advantage of the tarot card reading that I do personal from now until December, which is half price. It does tell you at the beginning, so you'll need to send me an email first, and then I can reply with the instructions. But anything that you may wish is below. If you want to join my Behind the Life of Tarot, I am now doing narrative writing again, creative writing, and I'm writing scripts and putting them out in the form of where it is a real life story about the Queen of Swords, of how she finds reign and power, and what it is that she feels and what she does and what she's good at, and also what she fears. That is one story about the Queen of Swords, and I think it's a very good way of also learning if you are interested, and it is free, and it is another YouTube channel that I run, which is Behind the Life of Tarot, and you can find that link provided below also, okay? So thanks very much, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.